ひどいな。人の心とかないんか。
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is an arm day and we are going to be hitting it hard today. I'm going to go intense today. I took like 2 days off and I'm ready to hit the gym. I've been slacking. I've been staying up until like 1 a.m 2 a.m and it's just not been working for me, and I'm finally come to a point where you're just like, man, I gotta stop playing video games. I gotta stop doing this because I got so much potential. I got so many things I want to do and I can't be doing this, and I'm keeping myself accountable, and this is going to be in my Ascension series. As you can see, I am sub 5 currently, and we are going to ascend. We're all going to make it. Let's get right into it. Yo, it's a simple arm day. Today was I was starved of time. It was a quick 45-minute workout, so I did 1 to 2 sets per exercise, about 1 to 2 exercises per muscle group, which split up into 3 muscles. I did tricep, shoulder, and bicep in that order. And I did 8 to 12 reps per set. And my form doesn't really break in any of these sets. I only pushed to failure on probably 1 or 2 exercises. And my second warm-up exercise for tricep was the calisthenic tricep extension. I do like anywhere from 10 to 20 reps. It's almost like push-ups, just like a simple, easy movement to get your blood flowing. I'm not fatiguing or really pushing it on a set to get to failure. It's just a warm-up set. And then I go back to push down, and this is where I go a little bit more intense. After I'm kind of warmed up, I'll just go straight to like 70 or 80%, and make sure I can do like at least 6 reps. 6 to 8 reps on your top set for a day you're trying to work out intense and get to failure is most ideal. And on days you're going lighter or you're just getting stimulus, then I would say 8 to 12. But on a decent day, go 6 to 8 reps, high intensity, a little bit heavier if you're feeling strong. But yeah, that's the rep range I usually do. On the first day, I'll do 6 to 8 reps for failure, and then my second day in the cycle I'll do 8 to 12 reps. And I'm wearing boots because my shoes are all dirty, and they're just so simple to wear. I'm just like, I just be wearing boots nowadays, like around the yard or whatever. I've been sleeping on boots. I gotta use boots more often. And I went straight into the Skull Crusher. I went kind of lighter, 25 and a 5. Not a heavier day for me, because last day in the cycle I went heavier on triceps, so I kind of kept it 75% around there, slow and controlled, in that position where if you start with this at like a, I don't want to say it, maybe a 70-degree angle, you're always under tension instead of keeping it like a bench press, like over your chest. If you keep it angled in the position you're about to do the exercise, you get more stimulus, and you don't have to do as many reps, which is also good. And then I went straight over to shoulders. I did a few other shoulder exercises, but I just recorded this lateral raise exercise. I did 8 to 12 reps. It's pretty relatively lightweight. These are like 25s or something. But I recommend this for beginners or anybody who just starts lifting, because it's helps with your form, and it's a safer exercise than doing it standing. You can kind of get more suited to the movement, and you have a better mind to muscle connection, I feel like, when you do it like that. And then went straight over to rear delt, and my rear delt has always been lacking, but I do a dumbbell variation exercise as well with this one. Usually I do the dumbbell before I do the machine, just to warm up. But today I was starved of time, so I literally just did 1 set warm up and then 1 set 8 to 12. Next, moving on to biceps. I usually warm up with regular curls, kind of lighter weight, like 15 to 20 pounds. And I keep my arm in a in a good position to where I'm not cheating the rep. And I do like 5 on one arm at a time just to speed up the warm-up and get that muscle activation. And it's been working for me. I like doing them like that, even together. You have to kind of figure out which style you like. And some people like doing them alternating, some people like doing them together. And then you can do more than one rep on one arm and alternate. But I would say just kind of mess around with tempo and mess around with doing them alternating and together and see what you like. And figure out how you can get more reps, right? Because if you do together, as I am in this clip, doing incline curls, and then when you start to fail, you can switch over to single. And that might help you get more reps and closer to failure than you think. And yeah, it's all just kind of experiments. Yeah, it's all everything you do with your body and working out and stuff. You're kind of just figuring out your training style, what helps you grow the most, right? So it takes some time before you figure out what exercises you like, and it takes some time for you to figure out how you can train and recover, right? Because a certain training style you might not be able to recover just depending on your schedule and like your work and how much you eat, sleep, and drink water. So you need to pretty much base your workouts off of your work or your days, yeah. So like how you live your life, yeah. Because you can't work out intense every single day, right? Especially if you have like a full-time job, and you probably, if you work hard labor or stuff like that, it might be harder to recover. So as a natural, of course. So I would recommend just structuring your workouts and the way you train, how many sets and reps you do based on how you recover and how you feel. So yeah, that was a pretty simple training session. 1 to 2 exercises, 6 to 12 reps, and just warm up for each exercise. And thank you for being in the video. Shoot.